I'll be running some of the most insane Roblox Bedwars experiments, pushing the game to its limit. Also, at 200k, I'll give away 20 kits in my Discord server, so consider subscribing. It's free and it helps a ton. For the first experiment, we're gonna see if it's still possible to get a ghost block in a regular game without the help of other players. Instead of trying this in a custom, I'm gonna do this in a real game all by myself. So with the Lucia kit, you spawn with a pinata. I heard that if you place the pinata down and drop in the void, you'll respawn with another pinata that acts like a ghost block. And it works. I got a ghost block. So that is a new and simple way to get a ghost block. And you don't even need to spend iron. With Elder Tree, the more health you have, the bigger you get. But what happens if you set your health to infinite? I've never really thought of this before, but I wonder if this will make you giant or if it does nothing. I'm gonna run this command in 3, 2, 1. And nope, it does nothing. So an infinite size Elder Tree does not exist. So I came across this video on YouTube, and apparently with this strategy, you can level up the battle pass while you're asleep. So you need an auto clicker, then you queue into some Sky Wars. Place your cursor in between 4 and 5 on your health bar, and then turn on your auto clicker. So she gained about 190 XP in 2 minutes, and the auto clicker puts you in another game to get even more XP. Now that is brilliant. So I'm on a brand new account to try this, and as you can see, I have 0 XP. We're gonna experiment and see how much XP we get by using this trick once. And I think the game broke. So we finally got in the game. All I gotta do is sit here for an auto clicker and wait. This is taking a while. Like, why is it so hard to lose Sky Wars? Finally, someone is coming over. 124 XP from 1 minute of AFKing, that is not bad. So if you repeat this for 10 minutes, you'll get around 1000 XP, which is a good amount. So this experiment is successful. The only thing is that the play again button is in between slots 6 and 7, not 4 and 5. How many kills can you possibly get? Well, if you kill a penguin, it counts as a kill. So I'm in a custom match, and I got my Rage Blade, Fire Enchant, and Static Enchant. But we're gonna start off simple. Let's spawn 5 penguins, that's a good start. Get over here. And that should be the last one. And I'm somehow at 6 kills. But now let's get serious. Spawn monster 100. Release the penguins. That is a lot of lag. I wonder how high my ping is right now. Now this is pretty satisfying, not gonna lie. Some of them are exploding and I don't know why. And we got roughly 50 kills in only a few seconds. If I repeat this for hours, I can easily get thousands of kills. Someone has actually done this and got 100,000 kills. You guys can probably beat that if you keep repeating what I did. If you're up to the challenge, be my guest. Bedwars has yet to add a day and night cycle, or half day. Well, if you do /disaster toxic_rain, the sky will turn into a dark shade of green. But what happens if you spam it? Time to experiment. Well, first things first, I gotta disable PvP so I won't take damage. Time to spawn in a little bit of rain. As soon as I started the experiment, the sky instantly turned black. I'm surprised that I'm not lagging, because that is a lot of rain. So yeah, it got pretty dark, but this is permanent. The rain is about to stop and... nope, it goes away. So I guess that was kind of like night mode, but a discount version. The poison potion from the alchemist kit is pretty OP. With a single splash, you can do 14 damage to M armor. But what happens if you combine it with static? This will probably do way more, and 20 damage to M armor, that is pretty good. But I heard that holding the mass hammer makes it do a lot more damage than it should. Throw the potion, hold the hammer. 95 damage, so you can almost one-shot emerald armor with this combo. But there is another thing I want to experiment, and that is stacking this with sharpness 3. And there we go, we literally just one-shot emerald armor. This is probably the best combo you can get in a real game. I'm glad I did this experiment. So one of the devs told me, ducks can automatically break beds no matter what is in the way. Then I asked if it applies to penguins, and he said it did. This is a bed, and this is a gigantic bed defense, which I made by spamming /cube. A pretty awesome command if you want to spawn kill your friends in a custom match. So basically, we're gonna see how fast these little critters can break through this huge bed defense. /spawn monster 30, start the timer. I'm gonna head out. So right away, they're trying to set a world record bed break speed run. I'm gonna see what's going on and... wait, what? So in a few seconds, they already got the bed, which means he was right. That was faster than I expected. When getting off a zipline, you can double jump. Pretty good for clutching. But what happens if you spam the zipline? So we're in a custom match to experiment. I'm gonna build the max height and place a zipline. Now all I gotta do is spam F. And that launched me pretty high, but I'm not satisfied yet. Let's try it again, but with jump boots and a jump potion. And that launched me all the way up to the spectator map. I guess that's one way of vertical travel. The more candy in a pinata, the more loot you'll get when you break it. But what happens if you put infinite candy? My best guess is that it'll spawn infinite loot. And my game just crashed. I can't even move my camera. By breaking a pinata with infinite candy, you will spawn way too many entities and crash the server. Don't try it. For every Bedwars map, there's a border. Psych. What you currently see is a structure that passes the world border. By spamming /cube, you can trick the game into spawning a cube that is out of bounds. Okay, this is literally insane. I can keep doing this until it's impossible to see me. That would be some good trolling. And yeah, you can pretty much do the same thing if you want to go past the height limit. Which enchant does more damage? Fire free or static free? Let's start off with fire. Boop. And it does 80 damage, which is more than I expected. Now static free. Bop. And it does 35 damage. That is way less. So it's clear that fire is a lot better than static if you want to do more damage. Bedwars finally added a command to remove anti-cheat. Let's see what we can do with this. With a slime block and gumdrop, you can bounce infinitely high. The only problem is that you'll get anti-cheated for sure. But let's see how high we can bounce with anti-cheat disabled. So far so good. We're not getting anti-cheated and we're going pretty high. But let's keep going. We are high enough to the point where we are way above the spectator map. So yeah, this is pretty broken. Which farm is better? This maxed out tier 3 gen or this insane B farm that goes all the way up to max height? We're gonna compare both to see which one comes out on top. Starting with the tier 3 gen. As soon as the clock hits 1:30, I'm gonna enable the gen for a minute. Start the gen, start the timer. So yeah, it's been about a minute as you can see. I got 914 iron, 23 emeralds, and 46 diamonds. That's about 55,000 iron, 1.4 thousand emeralds, and 2.7 thousand diamonds in an hour. But let's see if our B farm can top that. As soon as the timer hits 20, I'm gonna place a block here to catch the loot for a minute. 20 minutes in, time for a money shower. It's been a minute. We have a total of 500 iron, 268 M's, and 173 diamonds. So farm number 1 is better for getting iron, but farm number 2 is better for getting M's and diamonds. Since M's and diamonds are more valuable, I guess farm number 2 wins. When someone breaks your bed, you get buffed if you're a crocowolf, but you only have 1 life. But apparently, you can still get your powers as a crocowolf and have infinite lives. So basically how this works, you place a fake bed right here, which you can get from lucky airdrops. My friend is gonna break this, and there we go, I got my powers. But can I still respawn? I'm gonna jump off to test this out, and yup, I can, but I lose my powers. So you can speed around as a crocowolf without worrying about dying. We're gonna see how much candy you get if you throw a fireball in a generator of 30 players while having the fire enchant. Launch the first fireball, look at them all burning. We got 95 candy, that is not bad. Launch the next fireball, 109 candy. The final fireball, 137. So that gives about 68 iron, 1 diamond. I got scammed. Apparently, you can make an apple heal twice the amount of health as it should. So basically how this works, I'm gonna take some damage, and I'm at 35 health. So if I eat the apple and release as soon as the bar is full, there we go, I healed 60 health instead of 30. I guess that is one clever way to save your apples. We ran a total of 16 experiments, but there is one more thing I want to experiment, and that is if the subscribe button turns gray when you press it. If you want to help me experiment, go ahead and press subscribe. We're trying to speedrun to 200k, so that'll help a ton. And if this gets 20,000 likes, I'll do part 2 of even crazier experiments. But for now, that's a wrap.